Hello everyone, and welcome to the 4th trial of Danganronpa. So as we begin this trial, we're gonna set our skills up. I wonder if we're gonna have to start... Yeah, because now we don't have enough room for them all.
Oh,
so
no.
we have to think critically about this. This increases the time length for each phase. Effective during the class trial.
I don't think we need more time.
We never really ran out of time at all, so I don't think that's a problem. Where are the other ones we gained?
Is that the only one?
Maybe? No, ambidextrousness. To lock onto 2 statements at once.
But do we need to?
What does that mean exactly, lock onto 2 statements at once?
During the bullet time battle, so you'd be able to get rid of 2 at once? Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never really think about that too much. I guess that might be useful. How much is this used for? So I have to free up 2 points. That might be useful because, like, now it's a bit more complicated. Like, after the last trial, I forget how they exactly changed that, but they made it a little bit more complicated. What's one that's not too useful? Steadies your aim a little.
Have we ever used that?
Well, I think is that used automatically?
I don't know.
Or is that the one? It's not the thing that slows it down. The slow down is something that we automatically have, right?
I have no idea.
The slow down is useful. Focus gauge. I'm tempted to get rid of this one, because I'm not sure if that matters too much.
Alright.
Then again, I'm not too sure. Oh, this is pretty useful. Breathing technique's useful. And that's useful during the bullet time battle. I'm tempted to get this one though, because it does sound useful. I guess I'll get rid of this one and I'll try it.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. I guess the only way we'll notice a difference is if we actually try it out.
Right.
So
exactly.
we'll do something new this time.
We can always change it up for next time.
Okay. Then, yeah. I guess we'll get started then. The trial begins. All rise for the Honorable Judge Monokuma.
Let's begin.
Such
with
an
a
honorable
basic
bear.
explanation
I don't know
of
if
the
I would call
class
him
trial.
honorable.
So, your votes will determine the results.
Probably not the first word that pops in mind when you want to describe him.
If you can figure
That's true.
out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Okay, Monokuma, I think we get
then
this by
I'll
now.
punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
No, we'll not let that happen.
Now then, where to begin?
Well, let's start with the trial, I guess.
We already know who did it.
Oh, Hina.
No.
Here we go again.
Whoa, deja vu.
Yeah, she's making this an old trick, isn't
The
she?
one who killed Sakura
Is?
is one of the people that hated her.
Oh.
The
You
outcome
can't
of
just say that. You have to
Toko
pick
or Hero.
one.
It was
Not
one
only do you
of
have to pick one, but you have to pick the right one that actually did it, or else we're
Yeah.
all screwed.
I know.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone, no way!
Then why are you acting so suspicious, Hero? Is that the only way you know how to be?
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer. But she must have some reason for believing that. Well, I think she's just very emotional right now, Makoto. It's probably most likely what it is. I don't think she has an actual reason. Alright, Aoi's account. Let's listen to it.
It was one of you. One
Okay.
of you killed Sakura
And what reason do you have for saying so?
because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Whoa. Shoot these down.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have
Let's try this one.
Yay.
There we go. There are some reasons, but I'm not sure they're the best reasons.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much
And
the
that
most we have
was
to go
right
on
before she
at this
died.
moment.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
Not necessarily, though. It's still a leap. I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Oh boy, here we go again. Back into the debate. So what's our argument? Pocket trash?
Okay,
Oh,
Hero's
It's
polka
true.
dot candy.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
It is kind of weird, but I'm not sure what it says exactly. What was her
Yeah.
goal?
Deny that she wanted to meet with us, but
I can kind of see
I
Hiro,
never went to see her.
Okay,
and
right.
yeah, that's true.
Didn't either.
But when Hiro says it,
Right.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
that's not what he told us.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember?
Yeah.
It was white with red polka dots.
All right, but just to interrupt Makoto's train of thought here, I could see why she wanted to talk with both Byakuya and Toko / Genocide Jill, because they were very aggressive the whole time
Right.
to people. But why was Hiro involved?
I guess because he was scared of her and she wanted to like.
Maybe just
Reassure
clear the
him?
air?
Yeah,
I guess.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots?
Then again, like, Hiro's afraid of his own shadow, so I'm not sure it really
I
matters.
know.
That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Yeah, that was pretty suspicious to me.
No,
So they're not
it's-
hooking up.
It's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Truly something to be proud
So
of.
there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
You are gonna have to answer this one,
From
Hiro.
Sakura. It's the only
Let him answer.
explanation.
Stop
I know,
interrupting.
Shut up.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
She only gave it to her now, didn't she?
When? When did she give it to you?
Ooh, let's see.
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago.
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
You don't seem very sure of yourself,
No.
but what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is... What's that? When Sakura got the candy? That would be it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Owned.
Hiro?
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was,
Yeah, go on. Digging yourself into
Tell
a
us
bigger
the
hole here.
truth.
I think he probably did go to see her, but I think he didn't kill her.
I don't think he could
right.
either.
I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Well, you shouldn't have lied about it.
Yeah.
Sudden hostility.
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
Hmm.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
What?
Hiro.
You are hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Well, we do know Toko was there too, and she is acting very odd, but... Yeah, what is this proof here? We're gonna need to see it.
Proof?
Is it her name
What
in
are
the
you
book? Because
talking
he
about?
shouldn't know about that.
That'll be interesting if it
I'm
is.
talking about her shining message.
Is it? Or is he talking about like some like ghost psychic
Oh,
thing?
maybe.
What would a shining message even
At
be?
the scene of the crime,
Oh, he
she
does
had
know
to
about
write
it.
But how would he
Toko in her
know?
own blood, right?
Yeah,
Unless
he
he
left
wrote it.
He left the crime scene. Remember?
Yeah, he must have
Because he
written
didn't want to
it.
investigate it. This
It
is
was
very...
her dying
Hero.
message. Just like what you guys were talking
Why would
about
he
with
do that?
Sakura.
What an idiot.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have known about it.
See?
Yeah.
Toko did it.
He did it
What are you
himself, but why
saying?
did he do that?
No
Because I don't
way.
think he killed
I
her.
didn't do it.
This is really weird.
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on.
Oh, here we go. Kyoko's gonna settle the matter.
When did you see that dying message of hers?
Yeah, when?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But...
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Especially we didn't open the book until later. Huh? Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was...
It was on it. I was on the shelf.
It was on the shelf, and then she took it off, and then she put it back.
Yeah, it was
That's
on the
what she
shelf,
said
but it was
anyway.
upside down.
Got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense.
Not at all.
Nope.
Doesn't make sense?
Hiro, what the hell are you trying to do? This doesn't make sense for you.
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro just told us. Yeah, it does.
Uh-oh. Make your argument.
I don't know, did Hiro really end up doing this? It just doesn't seem...
Why would he do it? How?
I can't see him pulling it off.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
Alright, tell us then.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have been able to find it
I
then.
can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Not
What?
really. Do you have to memorize like one of those other things?
But what would we memorize and say?
I guess the shelf, because that's what they mentioned before, right?
I guess.
Alright, I guess we'll do that. But at the time, where's the magazine? On the shelf, so that's what the clue is, I guess.
Exactly when
Okay.
when Ogre's body.
And I can tell you when
Alright,
I found it was only after the investigation
shoot down this
had
crap.
begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine
There we
shelf.
go.
When I pulled it out, I
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, now.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
There we go. Broke his statement. Yeah, a lot of times it's just, you know, rehashing what was said in the previous conversation.
When
True.
Sakura's body was found, that
that's
magazine
kinda the
was
trick.
sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
What a fool.
Wow.
I mean, I was always expecting Hiro to go at some point, but I was expecting him to be the one that was killed, to be honest.
Yeah, he's not smart enough to pull any of this stuff off. How would he have sealed the room?
Maybe that's why he's doing so badly now, but then... Yeah, how would he... Maybe he contacted the spirits to seal the door for him.
Oh,
What's the
maybe.
truth, Hiro? When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it?
Hero.
Because you could have written it yourself and that's when you saw it.
I think
All
that's
you
what he
gotta
did.
do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is.
Ew.
Toko.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
I really don't know what's going on.
actually, can we even be sure Sakura
No.
wrote that
No,
message
she
in the
wasn't.
first
We know,
place?
because her hands were clean.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote
Well,
the
I don't.
message.
No, I don't either.
I don't hear him.
100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Hero.
No. Without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Alright, do we have the fingers or whatever? Oh, we have to do this. Alright, I guess we get to...
Oh.
Show me the proof.
But you can now
I'm at
get
least
two of them, right?
30% right. The occultist bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30%.
Did you say the occult was bullcrap before? I thought he was...
Occultist bullcrap.
Oh yeah, he like has like mixed feelings about it. It's so weird.
The end is
Oh, how do I, there.
Show me the proof.
Oh,
I'm at least
there we go.
30% right.
this is like easy once it gets to this stage, I think. There we go. We just have to target them. There we go. Final strike.
Show me the proof.
There. That's the
This
proof.
should prove it.
Do it.
And now we've ruined him.
He's broken.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
It's weird because I don't think that he's the one that did it, but I don't know why he'd mess with the scene then, because he's
Yeah.
not like Byakuya.
He's stupid.
Because it seems like it's gonna be a really easy case if he really is just the one who did it.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
And there we have it.
Say what?
Who did write it?
Well, I wonder who. The only one that knew about it that shouldn't have.
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yep. Here, I have anything else to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh.
exactly what happened.
Well, he's admitting it finally.
Damn.
He admits it.
I
Hina,
figured
shut
as
up.
much.
He admits writing it, but does he admit to doing the crime?
But
Of course not.
why would you write something
Let's
like
see.
that?
Because I killed her!
Oh.
Wait, you did?
Well, shit.
Well, then there you go.
You're admitting to killing her?
Please.
Is this gonna be like the fastest trial we've had in the
I
game?
guess so.
I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
But watch this. He's gonna say it like he killed her in a way that shouldn't have been the way she
Right,
actually
of
died.
course.
You just did exactly.
But
as
why
the
is he
note
covering
asked.
for someone?
What a fool.
I don't know. What's going on?
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well.
Okay.
Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy.
Oh, sure. Thanks.
and that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it.
Huh?
I'm gonna end it today.
End it today.
I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
That doesn't make sense.
What?
So of course I freaked out, and then
You forget about everything.
I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
Oh, I think I know what happened. So, I think she did, poison herself, right?
Uh-huh.
And he hit her, and then he thought she was dead? But she really might have only been dead from the poison? Is that what's gonna be?
Maybe.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp.
Yeah, I think that's what actually happened.
Wow.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Oh, brilliant plan, hero.
I can't believe you! You're the worst!
Wait, where'd he
I
get
hope
blood
you
from?
Die!
That's a good question. Was there any blood from her head or something? I don't know. Or
There was blood
someone
by the
puked blood.
magazines. But do we know that was puke? Maybe he just like cut himself over by the magazines and that was his blood by the magazines to write with.
Oh, I guess we'll see.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
What do you mean?
It's death. Death for the one
Well,
that killed Sakura.
yes, he just
Well, I
said
assume that meant death.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, it doesn't quite make sense. There's too many odd other things.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
All the stuff with the protein/poison. So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? Oh, what he would have to do after writing message doesn't make sense. Why the magazine was hidden? Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
that's true. It was
Point.
put back on the shelf.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf.
Oh, I know what it's gonna be.
What?
Byakuya came in, and then he messed with it again.
Again.
See, I was expecting that he was gonna do something, but it really was Hiro that got involved in this somehow, and then Byakuya just picked up the crime scene and made it more complicated yet again.
What an idiot.
I bet that's what it's gonna be.
Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well,
Unless he really did do that for some
I
reason.
didn't hide it. I'm sure I
Okay.
just left it sitting there on the table.
Okay, good.
Really?
He's lying. He's gotta be lying.
Or
Could
did
have been-
she do it?
It could have been her as well. So she takes inspiration from Master.
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Why would he about this?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
Was Toko in the locker
Someone was in the locker.
the whole time?
I could imagine her being in the
and
locker.
she sees him write her name. She's like, "Oh, fuck that," and puts the magazine back on the
Maybe that's
shelf.
what it was.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
And they set up the whole like locked room scenario, maybe.
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Well,
No surprise. Someone who wouldn't like what had been written on it. There's only one choice.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right?
Probably.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
But I don't think he actually did it.
That's right. I killed her.
oh,
The bottle wouldn't have killed her.
no.
We should have already like checked out the list as a possible murder weapon.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time.
All right.
If we
Let's go over
through
this in
it once
detail.
more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just go over it again.
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer,
Nope.
and I have to prove that. Let's prove
we
it
can
then.
do it.
Make our argument. Ooh. What do you think it's gonna be?
Maybe the status of her body.
I didn't want
Yeah.
to, but
That's my
I
guess.
did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
She had 2 blows to the head.
Yes.
Once.
Well, I could probably put it there, but I'll just wait anyway.
After the first swing, the
Since
bottle
I've already
shattered.
said that I want to make sure I see every option first, just in case.
Yes.
See? Isn't
But
it Hiro really is the
those seem to be the one.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yay.
I didn't want to,
let's
but
go over it again.
grabbed a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
Let's
before
get
she could
those
do
out of the way.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
That's what he claims.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
once.
just once.
There we go.
Oh.
Wait, that wasn't it? Huh? Was it one of the other ones then?
Oh no.
What were the other ones we had? Let me look over them again.
I didn't want.
That's not it. What's the button to cycle through these again? I
The
forget.
trigger?
Is it the trigger?
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby,
There we go.
and I hit Ogre from behind.
Or examination?
Oh, I guess so.
I guess that's probably what it is.
You
I
hit her
guess.
from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that
Because
right?
she is the one that told us that, I suppose. So we have to give her credit. There we go.
That's wrong.
Break.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
It's pretty sad. 2 people tried to kill her.
I know.
Remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
She's a professional in this.
I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
Because there are 2 bottles missing.
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
Yep, that's what it was.
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
Ooh.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Indeed.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Right.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
Well,
For now,
it gets interesting.
just note that there were 4 intact bottles
Okay.
and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total,
That's right.
meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Because that's what there were.
That's easy.
Oh, also the chess pieces, I
If
guess.
you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. The connection must be this object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding.
Yes, Makoto. Good job.
I'm glad we cleared this up finally. Oh, the Hangman's Gambit. So it's gonna be like chess or chess piece?
Yeah.
All right.
Do we have to get the letters in order?
I think so. Oh, I can get the C because it's closer. An S because it's highlighting the one that I think we have to do next. So give me that P. E. And just another E. Nice.
Good job.
That was very
Now I
simple,
understand.
especially compared to the other one from
Yeah.
I think it was last trial or 2 episodes ago. I don't know
That's
whichever
it.
one.
The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
Exactly.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
Yep.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
Well, there's one other one missing.
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Exactly.
Right. Good job, Hina.
So we only have
Using that
evidence for
brain.
5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
We already explained what it had to do with it.
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Besides the point. And here, this is covering for your innocence, so you shouldn't argue against it.
Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
Well, there is the second one to the head,
That bottle
so it seems like
could
she got
have
hit with something.
disappeared Any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
I agree.
When we
How is it
waited.
clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was broken.
It was excited.
I got it!
It was an excited
The
bottle.
must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
That's right, because we weighed the bottle.
And what is this evidence?
The broken pieces anyway, versus one bottle. It wasn't just a single broken bottle, and the evidence that proves that is... We figured out before. Oh, here we go. Do we have something that directly shows them being weighed, or is it just the flash shards?
Let's look through. Oh, Monokuma bottle experiment.
Oh, there we go. That would be it for sure.
Yes.
I got it!
Although it sounds like it's
Earlier,
Monokuma's
Kyoko
experiment.
and I did a
Kind
little
of.
experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
And the evidence
What we
showed
found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is
there are pieces from 2.
there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
There we have it.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
To make it look like they died from Hiro.
Right.
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Although it's very odd because, well, no, I guess it makes sense. Because they would have gotten away with it if they're the ones that did the killing.
So you think neither of them did it, and it was still she poisoned? Herself?
I don't know. Because unless she brought the poison in, that doesn't make sense. Because she hit her over the head as well, so I don't think it was either of them. Unless it's gonna be like that Byakuya like used the poison before all this began. I guess we'll see.
So ridiculous.
This is a crazy one. There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma Bile is involved in this case.
But it's so sad because everyone tried to kill her.
I know, it really is sad. It must have been used by
some
the second
bowling
attacker.
aficionado.
Some bowling.
I got it!
That's so good.
The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle.
Of course.
Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Yeah, Toko.
Oh my god, her
It was
face.
you, wasn't it?
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but
But
there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
Your handprints.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Hiro. Oh my god, just be quiet.
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of
course.
guy I am.
yeah, you're a real brave guy, Hiro.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Hiro, what is this?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
He's like, I'm so sick of this guy's
It
shit.
was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever.
And?
So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her.
Toko?
I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Well, why didn't you
Why
point
didn't
that out
you say
before?
that?
Why would you keep that a secret? You did.
Pretty soon,
He might be
Ogre
making
showed
it up.
And she went into the rec room.
Well, I actually think that's probably what happened. You know, the realistic series of
Right,
events.
right.
Toko went in and hit herself because maybe she was playing to kill Ogre.
Ogre.
Yeah, I'm just used to saying it because he has it on the screen right now. And then that's when she went in, but then Hiro went in, so she had to wait and bide her time.
I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
But you didn't say anything about how Toko went to the room and she never came out?
Yeah, why
When
not?
I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had
She
disappeared.
didn't disappear.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
He really is an idiot.
I
After
know.
the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
But what about when you
Tighten
went
the
in there?
screws on
How'd
his
you-
brain. They've come loose.
I don't think they were ever tightened to begin with.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
Well, obviously she was in the locker.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear. But
That's right.
maybe she found somewhere to hide.
In the locker, of course.
Yep.
The fingerprints, it's evidence.
In the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows that Toko is hiding in the rec room, and I have it. She left it there for anyone to find. A new
Oh, no.
element, really? Wait, so another bullet time battle too? Sure, let's hear about it. So far, you've probably been pressing the Y button during the final strike without a second thought. Oh
Uh-oh,
no. Now they're gonna pick the evidence? But for now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate. Simply press the left bumper button. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're just gonna pretend you're set to mean regardless. Mean? Why not the normal difficulty we're on? Just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Aww. They give us a little extra encouragement. How cute. Well then, good luck and have fun. I don't know, do you change the bolt the same way you do in the other thing, I'm guessing?
LB.
Okay. Oh, yeah. See how much I pay attention to these things. Wow.
It's a lie.
You're a lie.
Nothing. I hate you. I curse you.
Uh-oh.
No. That's enough. I admit nothing.
I'm not
You need
triggering.
to
Oh,
reload.
yeah, I forgot. I forgot about the reload for a second. Oh.
It's a lie.
Why is it taking so long to fill up?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's a lie.
there we go. Thankfully went to this mode.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was scary. I forgot all about the stupid reloading for this one because I was thinking about the other thing already. All right. Which one?
Yeah.
There we go.
This should prove it.
Goodness.
I didn't know how much time we'd have with that, so I was getting really worried there. Like, how long do we have? Does it like reset and have to do it again?
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker?
Well, we knew that.
Yes, we did.
They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking.
All over it.
Must have been a real Weasley person too. I wonder who that could be.
Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
It should.
It doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Come on.
It should.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Master's gonna be pissed.
Hey, it's my handprint.
There you go.
Whoa.
See?
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura. No, I swear, there's no way.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
That's awesome. I love how her complete voice just changes too.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
How about we just let Byakuya handle the interrogation?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I
Dude.
decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Indeed.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
Upside down, you idiot.
But when you did, you put it back.
She was
upside
too nervous.
down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
But did she lock the room in like that? Because I'm guessing it's not gonna be her.
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling.
Sakura?
And when I turned around, there was
Whoa.
Sakura covered in blood and staring right at me.
But she wasn't covered in blood, was she, when we saw her? She looked clean, her body.
I
Thought it
thought
was.
so.
Other than that pool of blood we saw in the
When
one spot.
I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Ah, I see. Her? You mean... Well, I guess we know.
Guess it's back!
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
I guess that explains that anyway.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible!
Well, I already know she's a terrible person.
No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
Oh, get over yourself.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Well, how do you feel about that, Byakuya?
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Well.
Just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Ooh.
He's so cheerful now. So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Wait, hold up, Hina. We still don't know some things. Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone. We're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Why is she so suspicious?
Oh no, that's right. She is trying to rush us to vote.
Why would she kill her? Unless it was an assisted suicide.
Oh, I don't want this to happen.
No, not quite yet.
Byakuya?
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Yeah, because then she would have died in a different position. It wasn't.
Tell us your
Makoto.
story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Not all of them, probably.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... We don't know that. Still don't know
we were
that for
gonna
sure.
have to choose.
I was like, no, I
what?
don't know who to pick. Kyoko's examination summary, status of Sakura. This might be the status of her body this time.
Maybe.
She was on the chair, sitting down with a smile, which is very
I
odd.
was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood.
But we didn't see her covered in blood,
Smashed her head in
so
with the Monokuma
I wonder
ball?
if that's it?
You
At least I'm pretty sure she wasn't covered.
good.
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up.
Oh, this might be it.
Yeah,
Killed her there in front of the shelf.
got it.
No, that's wrong. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
Precisely.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Hina,
Are you sure
don't test
you
me.
didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene...
We saw that
felt the
blood
same
near
way.
the bookcase. That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf was the blood that was in front of there.
There, that one.
I got it! Sakura was definitely
So that
attacked
explains
in
that
front
little
of the
mystery.
shelf.
Good.
See, there's so much weird stuff going on in this case that you wouldn't have known.
I know.
Until it all came out in the
Blood stained
open.
by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well,
She was still alive.
are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
Well, we know dead people can't move on their own.
But
Unless they're Hifumi.
In which case he wasn't dead,
Right.
which is the
Plus,
point.
The biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
And I think someone else is behind that one.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy.
Is it Hina?
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No, we don't know that.
No.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No, the locker was open.
And while
This
everything
makes
was
sense.
all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because the locker was, we
I
saw
saw
it.
it for myself.
I got it!
I was in the locker.
It was open.
Even
I was in the
before we opened
locker.
door
That'd
to
be a
the
twist.
rec room, Hina and I both got to look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Not for a second time.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
Yeah, I don't think she knew about it.
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Mm-hmm.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Either of them.
She's a tough woman.
Well,
Or she was.
I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? Makoto, you kind of saw it yourself. There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's... Alright, let's see. What do we have here now? Yellow powder. Monokuma file 4. Aoi's account. Probably the powder, I'm guessing.
Probably. Or something
What was
else.
it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
Good question.
There's no other possible cause.
There might be.
What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
Let's
to her
try this
head.
out. No, it didn't work.
Dang.
Damn it. Don't clam up now.
Shoot!
Telling me not to clam up. I wonder which one it is.
What was it?
I guess that has to be the last one because that was the only one, right?
It wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack.
Yes. Unless it's one of these other things.
What was it?
There's no other what killed Sakura. I can't think of
Let's see what's in the
anything
last
other
thing.
than the shot to her head.
So you're dead set on blaming me?
No, there's nothing there.
Oh. So it has to be that first one then?
If there's one place I might find a clue, it would have to be written in there.
Oh, in Monokuma file?
I guess so. Would the Monokuma file say again? We could refer to it. Let's take a look at it just to be sure. It seems that the
Violent
point...
vomiting of blood.
Yeah, so we should probably point out that.
There we go,
I guess that's what
okay.
they want to know. Alright, so I'll use the file.
Got it.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
There we
There we
go.
go.
Nice. I like this trial. It's a bit more of a challenge than the other one so far. We're learning a lot of
According to the
interesting stuff through
Monokuma
this.
file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace
Yeah,
of
there we
blood
go.
left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Monokuma is very accurate with his reports.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You looked in there?
She's very thorough with her inspections, as we've seen from before.
Yes. Checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies.
No,
You're
I'm
gonna
not
talk.
into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Not wanting to die.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
That's the question.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely,
A poison.
Sakura was poisoned.
Yes.
Poisoned?
Finally.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak
Yeah.
in the knees.
Cut it out.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Yeah, I think he has a pretty good handle on things here.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Wow, so forceful.
Jeez.
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
Yeah, hero. If you weren't being so
You
depressed.
never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Hero just never had the brain cells to figure it out.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Yes.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In section A...
Wait, I think we need to bring up the
dietary
floor
supplements,
plan one more
in B,
time.
Yes, we do.
reagents,
To be
and in
absolutely
C,
sure.
a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well,
Hold on a second.
that's the question, isn't it?
We also saw that the poisons were mixed up with the protein or whatever.
Right.
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements. I'm positive.
Hey.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Yeah, someone mixed them up for some reason.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
What are you doing with that? I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
Well, he switched it out. I don't think he's gonna kill himself right here. That'd be awfully silly.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
That'd be very dramatic though.
It
Like someone
would.
did a double switch on him and then he just died here.
Yes.
That'd be shocking. We were so shocked at what we saw. All we could do is just stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Oh my.
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Naturally.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched the finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Well, I think we could have assumed that, but alright.
Come on.
Good to double check, I guess. Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
It went to the protein one. Or it was on the floor. But that was yellow, so it was probably the protein, right? So then...
I guess.
I guess we'll see. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? Well, we know someone must have taken the poison, and we know who that person probably was because they're dead now. Oh, here we go. Hangman's Gambit. It's gonna be protein
Whoa,
bottle or something.
So long.
Or,
Protein.
whatever. Where's an R? What's the second word? Drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're supposed to
Oh,
get
I already had it. Oh, I wasn't paying
protein.
attention. Damn it. I was too busy looking at the other thing. E. And okay, thank you for saying that.
D. I. N.
Where are you, N?
N.
There we go. Phew.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can.
And that's why she got sick.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched.
What a devious trick.
So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
Shocked.
All they
Whoa.
had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene?
A protein drink, right?
Isn't that what we just said?
Got it!
Yeah.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Interesting how it's like the same thing you just solved.
Yeah.
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
I don't...
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
I think I know who you're gonna say.
For real? Who was it?
Who do you think he's gonna say?
I don't know.
I think he's gonna say it was Hina.
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Do her footprints match?
The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be... Hold on, so can I refer to the notes one more time?
Because Sakura had the powder on her shoes, so wasn't it her?
Yeah, it would have been her. Because look. Right there's yellow powder.
Yeah, exactly.
So she would have switched it herself. I thought he was gonna go accusing Hina of doing it, but okay. Can we like actually accuse Sakura of doing it herself? Oh, we just pick that. Okay.
It must have
The
been
thing
what
we're
we
just looking
found
at.
in front of the shelf, the yellow powder.
Okay.
No, not yellow powder. That's on her shoe.
That yellow powder.
Damn
The
it.
other.
The footprints.
This.
That thing.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point.
But
They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected.
there it is, the
More.
floor plan.
Yay.
Footprints were in front
Such a
of
good floor
section
plan.
A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem.
I guess we'll see.
All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
Got interrupted? What happened?
It was me.
Oh,
Oh, but why was the powder on Sakura's foot?
that's weird.
The footprints. They're mine.
Well, this is unexpected.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Ogre's killer was...
Yep.
What? Why?
No.
That makes no sense.
I killed Sakura.
Everyone is saying they killed her, but nobody did they? What? How did
The
she...
footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
Then why did Sakura's have it on them?
Yeah.
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are...
Hina wears them, so I guess Makoto does too.
I guess. I mean, it has to be us and someone else, so...
Yeah.
I got it!
Why
Me
was
and Hina are
Leon
the
an
only ones.
option?
Leon, he's
Oh,
right here.
so Byakuya.
He actually isn't dead.
That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Oh, this is him. Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other
Well,
possibility.
Hina was... I mean, not Hina. Sakura was wearing them as well. But we're just
She was
discounting
wearing
her.
like little slippers.
Were they slippers?
They were not sneakers.
Oh, they weren't? Okay, well, whatever.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the
Yes,
trial
she
began.
has.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime
But
on
why would she
someone
kill
else,
her?
haven't you?
Unless it was to help her.
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... The two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
I guess, but something still doesn't make sense here.
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my
What?
chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right?
What?
That doesn't make
I
sense.
don't understand why. Why would she do all this?
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
holding.
Thank you, Kyoko. Something about this isn't making sense.
I'm not convinced.
Me neither.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here.
It doesn't matter for you.
What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
Byakuya's making a fatal flaw here. Because those things don't matter to him, but he already said himself, don't pretend that everyone else sees things from your perspective.
Right.
So Hina doesn't see things from his perspective. She does care about things like friendship and loyalty and that kind of thing. So he's being very, very blind here.
He's
Dangerously so. He's not really thinking things through enough.
Not a person
Not following his own
alive
advice.
would sacrifice themselves for another.
That's not
In
true.
the end, we're all in it for ourselves.
You hear people doing that all the time.
Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Wasn't
I'm
the
with Kyoko.
bottle on top of the glass too?
Yeah, that was another thing. Remember we pointed out. Somehow the bottle was on top
But
of the
how
glass.
did that happen?
I don't know. That is really weird, and I still can't piece that together. Something we're gonna have to address in the later half of this trial, I guess.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
That is the problem.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
So what's going on here exactly? Does Hina know that Sakura really killed herself and she doesn't want other people to know that?
She would rather kill all of us than have.
Is she just trying to give up on life herself and commit murder?
I guess she
commit
knows,
suicide by this trial or whatever?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know,
Or
it's
she
really
wants
weird.
to punish everyone since 2 different people attacked her.
I guess she's just pissed off.
Yeah.
Do you
Or maybe
honestly
3.
think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure
I do
about
doubt it.
that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the
Byakuya,
culprit.
shut up.
Shush.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
Really?
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
Smells
First
of bullshit.
You went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true... look at this. Isn't that a little strange? There's no footprint showing that.
Nope.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
Suddenly that floor plan makes a lot more sense now that we have it, so I can go and refer to it whenever we want.
Yeah,
What's
but
wrong with you,
we
Big
didn't
Mac?
need it written
You're
down.
being awfully pushy.
Big Mac again? Really?
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the truth of this case. Here we go. Get pumped. So what's gonna be our argument this time? The footprints in the powder, I guess?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
Probably gonna go
Maybe
there.
That's where I switched the powder.
Let's watch the rest of
Once
this
I
side
was
just to be
done,
sure.
I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A.
And she
Then
didn't
I
walk
took the
back
bottle with the
either,
poison
from what we
in
could
it
see.
and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer
I
must
think it's
we
the first one and the
tolerate
second
this?
one.
I don't know.
Because neither of those seem to be true. There's no prints going back.
There's Prince only going to A, and she said she put it in A. Right? So just do the first
first one?
from
First, I
to.
went to Section
Because
C.
that's what he had objected to
That's
before.
when I
So
grabbed the poison.
I think that's it.
So you mean the first one
And
popped
you
up after
spilled some
this?
of the powder
Yes.
on the ground
Okay.
in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Alright,
Okay, and then?
let's
I
see.
moved from Section
There.
C.
Let's see if this works.
Yay.
Does. Nice.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
That's what she just said.
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein.
But
But
There's a
the
fatal flaw
footprints
here.
left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
just said she wasn't really paying
No,
attention to what she was
that
doing.
can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Oh, Hina, we got you.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
He's so surprised now.
Well,
Yeah, he's making fun of people for not paying attention to other things.
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look
They-
at the
everyone here
footprints,
lied
your
so far.
movements in the
Almost.
Yeah, how many
camera
people have
are
lied?
obvious.
3.
Half of the people here.
The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Ah.
well, you see,
Like how it's just spinning. How far is it gonna go if I just let it go? It's completely upside down. It's funny. And
What the hell? What's going on here?
suddenly the case makes a lot less sense to him, I guess.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Ooh,
New
new
evidence.
evidence?
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Why do you tell us?
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
What?
I did?
What's going on here?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Oh.
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. Truly grave
Uh-oh.
oversight.
Way to go.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Huh? A piece of glass?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle,
Why is there glass inside the bottle?
and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to
How did
you
he not eat
ingesting
it?
the powder.
It's a good thing he didn't eat that. That'd been pretty, tragic for him.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you.
Was that
So,
from the
Thank you
window
for that.
that we broke? Because it looks like clear glass.
Yeah, probably.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
No.
Well, I think I know what it is, but I'm not sure how exactly.
Huh?
Yes, I know.
if you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Okay,
We
let's
have to
see.
explain it because we have to show him.
The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember it now. I broke something the same shade of blue. The rec room window.
I got it!
Well, that was easy.
Part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
It's a good question.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, she put it back, was it section A?
But did she do that after? I guess so.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina?
Well, Hina?
And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
Sounds like it.
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Okay, so
Meanwhile, the
Hina
protein can we
cleaned
found
it
at the
up
crime scene was planted there.
So she cleaned it up afterwards, is what it seems to be.
so that we wouldn't know that she poisoned herself?
That had to be after the locked room was
I
opened.
guess?
In other words,
But how would she have
After
known that
Sakura
Sakura poisoned
died.
herself and that someone else didn't do it? Maybe Sakura told her?
Did she? Or did she find like a note somewhere that mentioned it? Did she leave like a suicide note?
Maybe.
It's been missing this whole time?
Maybe she took it.
You're moving too fast.
What? Byakuya, we're moving too fast?
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
Fool, because it was on top of the glass.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
you're right. We do need to explain that.
And we will in just a bit.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Alright. Sure.
It has to do with the protein can.
What about it?
After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
Yeah, and be honest.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
He's so worried now.
Not at all.
He lost control of
Just
the situation.
answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Aha.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
So angry.
How can you know what I don't know?
No, he's gonna have a breakdown.
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Okay, here we go again. Another chance for an argument. Source of the powder, empty
I guess it's
protein drink.
empty protein drink, right?
Chem lab shelf. As far as I can tell.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked
Whoa.
room was unlocked, it absolutely
That was tough
not
to read.
in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible.
He's so upset.
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room.
Break up your statement. Shut you up right now.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Yeah, remember that little fact?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
Ooh.
What?
Look at him.
And this
Ha, ha, ha.
proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
So is that when Hina did her switcheroo?
I guess so.
That's something that makes sense. Because she did leave to get everyone else at one point.
True, that's true.
That's the only thing I could imagine.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
And that's what she meant by she was ending things there, once and for all.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
And everyone was trying to kill her too.
That's so sad.
That is pretty
Poor
pathetic.
Sakura.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Oh.
Please, I don't think I'd ever hear that word out of his mouth.
Before we get to that,
Wow.
we need to
I'm
clarify one other
impressed,
thing.
Mr. Togami.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been...
Hero.
I
Sakura.
got it!
What a shock.
I think
It was Leon.
it was Sakura herself.
Leon did it, the ghost of Leon.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying!
No, she's not lying.
Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to the Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Wow. But why would she... I don't get it. Like, why would you do all this just because she died?
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong!
Wrong. You're wrong.
I hate you!
Oh, she hates us now.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong!
Oh, that's it? Do we have to pick a thing?
Do you have any kind of
Yeah,
proof
that.
Sakura
Go,
took
go,
the
go.
poison?
Well, let's just see if there's anything else. But okay. That was the one her she, right? Did
Yes.
they point out?
Yes,
okay.
it was.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Something we should probably should have pointed out ages ago, but okay.
It did?
Yeah, it did.
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled.
Mm-hmm.
So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina. but Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
None that I see so
But
far.
why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Yep.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
Yeah, no one's buying that anymore.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura? In a stunning twist, the connection between Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it all.
So that's why those things are there. The
Oh,
faces.
I had to take the long way, didn't I? Yep, so we could still pick them.
Here's my answer.
That's interesting. Because at one point you actually have to pick one of the dead people.
Sakura
Kind of amusing.
herself.
Why did we have a trial if the blackened is already dead?
I guess for Monokuma's entertainment?
What? The killer was Sakura?
So how do you intend to punish her, Monokuma?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Still think I can imagine.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
Of course not.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life.
Poor Sakura.
And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, she wanted to create it.
Yes.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle.
Aha.
I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others.
And that's when she took the opportunity to do the switcheroo. There we go. Pretty much confirmed now. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone.
Ogre?
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
Sakura's been killed? I see.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed.
We should have.
Yeah,
You
we
should have
should
been the
have.
first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
But that's so silly.
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
I guess so.
I still don't see the point of it all.
No! No! No, 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 no!
I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
We already beat you in combat. It's over.
It is. Actually, no.
What?
You're right.
How's she right?
What?
We have to end this properly.
Oh, I have to do this still? Okay.
Uh,
Oh. Well, everyone believes it except her, but she doesn't seem to want to acknowledge it. Alright, so... She put the notes under the doors. They read
is there
them.
a picture of Byakuya reading a note?
I don't see anyone of him reading
Yeah,
it.
there's one.
Oh, this is him getting it.
So he reads it too.
Wow, why does it look so crazed?
I don't know.
Jeez.
Act 2.
So
she
Toko
goes
hit
in the
herself.
Closet.
I guess that's her going in.
I hope. She gives him a candy.
Alright,
he
and this is
hits
when...
her.
Let's see. So she gets hit on the head. Is everyone getting hit on the head?
Yeah.
Where was it? Am I just not seeing
I
it?
don't see one.
Is it it breaking? Which one? This is with the,
She's the
the
knight.
rook. Whatever that is.
Knight.
Knight.
Alright. There we go. So what? Oh, he writes Toko.
Oh, right. That's what it is. That's the magazine.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, what?
And then he flees. She starts to come out.
Yes, I guess that's her coming out? Or is
Yeah,
that her going in?
I think that's her coming out because she's sweating in this one.
Oh,
She was
okay.
sweating during this moment because she was
Okay.
nervous.
So she puts it on the rack.
Is this just the magazine?
Upside
I guess?
down.
Upside
Yes. And now she hits her with the queen.
down? Alright, this is pretty straightforward so far. She's bleeding. Poor Sakura.
I know.
That's a horrible way.
I know.
Complete cruelty.
So she takes out her chemical.
I guess
No,
this is
that's
her...
Awie's pocket.
Oh, I see. Okay, no, go away. This is her pocket.
I guess.
Right? That's supposed to be her taking it out?
I guess so. It's a white hand. Does that mean it's the killer's hand?
I guess so. Oh, also because that's the chemical C4, and that was the A2
yes,
thing. So she was just using it in the bottle of the poison.
Yes. Oh no, it's that one because look, it's all
C9.
blurred. That's
oh, there we
probably
go.
it.
That must be it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so Aoi is like the weird looking person in this one? Because look
I
at
guess so.
the beginning of Act 6, they put Aoi as that
Oh, okay.
golem creature.
I see the golem creature. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, she finds
All right,
it.
so she takes the C9 and puts it in her pocket. Yes. And then she takes that. Yeah. Okay, done.
That should be it, right? Let me just make sure. No, this other stuff is important. All right, let's do it. See if it's
killer
accurate.
Is you. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Look how upset they were. He was intrigued, though.
Those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
What an idiot.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
What a fool.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened, knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Indeed. We still don't know how Hina knew exactly.
No.
It's interesting.
And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case.
Now we know it all.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right? That's
what happened?
Yep, that's what happened, Byakuya.
But Makoto, how did you manage to...
Because we're smarter than you.
How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well...
Well, to be fair, we did have help from Kyoko too.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams.
There you go.
That's what makes us so complicated.
Yeah, that's what you overlooked, Byakuya.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
You tell him. So, how do we vote on this one? Or do we even vote?
I guess
don't know.
not.
It's very odd. It's different from any other trial I've done.
A.
Alright,
thank you. I'll take those.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So how do we vote on this
You
one?
seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
Such a disappointing Monokuma.
Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Okay, let's begin.
Guilty.
She's guilty of killing herself, I guess. Well, this is awkward.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So disappointed.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So, that's the whole truth? Huh, I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? It's a good question. If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted.
Oh. What?
I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner.
It wasn't all of us. I mean, they were definitely dicks, but you're gonna kill everyone because of that?
You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean... You were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
That's silly. We only have to blame the mastermind.
What?
And we're not gonna get revenge by doing this. That's just stupid. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura is carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Aww. Yeah, well, we already see all that. That's...
I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note.
Suicide note?
Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office.
Yeah, that's what she was going on about.
I ran after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me...
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me. My friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them.
And that didn't go so well.
You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to him.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina.
Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. Well,
Friends.
they kind of...
Some friends they are.
Yeah.
Maybe not enemies, but terrible friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet,
Yeah, way to go, hero. Idiot.
You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable.
No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
Hina, you came. Wait, right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in, please! Open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her.
Not all of us, Hina.
I tried to protect her and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial.
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets.
I don't think she hated all of us.
I don't think she hated us either. I don't think she hated anyone. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her.
Yeah, she really hated someone. She could have killed them, but she didn't. She could have easily, taken someone out before the end. She was just gonna die anyway.
I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right now, when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
Hey!
It's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this? Wait, does he have something else?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Did he make a fake note?
It seems like it, because
Isn't it obvious?
What if?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already.
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
Oh, that one was him?
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
What? Then... You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
I don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? Well, it sounds like you did falsify evidence if you put a fake suicide note. The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around.
Phew.
Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey, hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
Isn't it so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it,
Now you're the one
please?
dragging things on.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Ah, so this is what it was all about. Why are only some of her lines voiced?
I don't know, that was weird.
And this one isn't.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it.
I guess it's just every other line.
That's how I saw things.
Or not.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
Oh no.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel.
So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
Ah, see, she did find a loophole.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
It's so
Aw.
sad because 2 of them tried to kill her.
What assholes.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting? To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I've left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end.
Yeah, but Monokuma saw to that.
Ugh. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. I'm not sure about that, Monokuma. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean the next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Huh? Because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. Nobody can blame Hina either. Who? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this was supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. What?
How do you just bow out?
What do you mean?
Huh?
Eh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. Wow, Byakuya's bowing out of the game, that's awesome. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. But Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Wherever a master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Oh damn, we're all coming together now? Really? Everyone!
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning?
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time. How exactly do you intend to go through with that?
Wait, but Sakura's technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
You're not gonna...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blacken is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times one rule. What?
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. Is he gonna do it to her dead body? That's messed up.
Ew.
So for my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. A guest? A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've
Huh?
got.
I'm so scared and confused.
I'm nervous. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Oh.
Well, this sucks. What an asshole.
Poor alter ego.
Well, it seemed like that wasn't going to go anywhere good once Alter Ego decided to go in that room.
Yeah,
But
for real.
I thought we'd at least find something else out during that time. Oh, man.
I know if he did find anything out, there's no way he could have shared it with us.
You!
Oh no!
You suck, man! You turned into a mangled hunk of junk!
You suck.
Phew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go and grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at. Oh no.
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. Oh no, we're gonna try to attack him again. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You're friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with that laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data.
yeah!
knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment times made me feel a billion times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of them was our friends. They all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript.
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a little bit left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it'll act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us.
Yeah, erase their memories.
I think what they've done is,
Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bits? It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve.
fine, but at least Sakura's note.
Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it.
But
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
what is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. Another one?
And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what, and that's seriously it.
Damn. Huh. Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you? Oh. Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try and get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. What was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. Did she do something? The mastermind did something to us? I think we know that. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? Well, if Kyoko said that, doesn't she have some clue? Can't she just tell us?
I think she was mad at us, right? For not talking about Sakura so she wouldn't tell us or something.
I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in
Yes.
us or something?
Yes, he did.
And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in the movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
But...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there, other than to head back up? Oh yeah. Okay, let's get out of here.
But I,
Hina must feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up.
seriously, I'm sorry.
How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone to apologize to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No.
What?
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
I don't think that's what she was trying to do.
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, 'cause you are. Sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently you still have a death wish.
Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No.
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abusive give and take me.
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Well, that's interesting. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on, and on and on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Wow, what a day. Ding dong bing bong. So you have anything else to say, Monokuma? Or just time for night?
This is a school announcement.
Oh, I guess that's that.
It is now 10 p.m.
So what do you think about the trial?
It
was interesting.
There was so much going on in that one.
But it made me feel so sad for Sakura that
I know.
she was like, oh, I'm sacrificing myself for my friends. I'm just going to talk to them one last time. And then two of them try to kill her and one
I
doesn't
know,
even
that
show
was so
up.
sad. I couldn't believe it. Such cruelty for her. And I liked her so much too. So it's really sad to see her go that way. But, you know, it seems like maybe people are going to come together now. So maybe she did pull something off after all.
That's true.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it down to sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me? What does that mean?
What?
A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wow. Wake up. Who is this? Wake up. Maybe it's Kyoko? Did she somehow get in here? Huh? The voice dragged me from deep sleep into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. It was Kyoko!
How'd she get in?
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
Why'd you come to a room like this? It's so
I
scandalous.
said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Makoto, wake up!
Wait, what?
Time unknown.
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up.
How'd you get in? Oh, I see. Wait, but my door.
It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless.
Really, Makoto? It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like this every time you're surprised.
What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course.
Are we gonna go on another mission? It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? That's a very good question. It's a very good question. That's gonna wait for the next episode.
It is not midnight, that's a lie.
What a lie, what a lie. But yeah, I really like this trial. It was kind of interesting because we found out so many things that we didn't really know this time around.
True.
Like all the stuff we were confused about that got explained, and it had to do with the other students getting involved, and Hiro,
And it wasn't Byakuya.
Hiro just needs a slap on the face. No, it wasn't Byakuya. I was right. His name should be Red Herring
I know.
because he seems to lead us off. And I guess Hina as well got herself involved in that one and made it more complicated too. And Toko, of course, she was hiding out like a little weasel and messed things up further. But yeah, I liked how all that stuff happened. And it was really interesting trying to figure out how this all played out. Because I thought at one point that maybe she committed suicide, but there were so many little things that seemed off about it. And yeah, eventually we got around to finding that all out. So it was nice because we learned that stuff during the trial. And it felt like we accomplished something. So it was pretty cool. But anyway, I guess that's it. In the next episode, we'll see what we're gonna do with Kyoko. And hopefully we'll find out some more useful information. But until then, guys, take care.
Bye.